Alright guys, welcome back to another Lyrics Dissected. Today we will be I will be dissecting um, Just Afraid, which is the, I believe, sixth song off my mixtape, which is called Deeper Than Rap. If you haven't listened to the mixtape, go check it out. I'll leave it in the description as well. Um, if you don't know what this is pretty much me dissecting lyrics from my songs, and I'll be starting it with my Deeper Than Rap mixtape, all the way from the very first track, which is Deeper Than Rap, all the way to the very ending, which is Playing With My Own Hopes. And I'll be giving like context behind the song, or like, just dissecting the lines and what they mean, just trying to explain what I was trying to say in that time, or just trying to tell a type of story in a way of like when I was making it or writing it, and like what happened, and try to keep it as like try to make sense of it as possible. Like I'll try to make it sound clear, and like hopefully make sense for you to you. And yeah, and I also have a playlist for all of my songs that I've dissected so far, and I'll leave that in the description as well. But anyways, if you enjoy this video, and if you watch through the entire thing, which I can guarantee it's probably going to be long, maybe not as long as short as my last one, which is Sorry I Tried, but it might be a little bit longer. Who knows? Because there are certain things I will dissect, and I'm not dissect, because this song is just pretty self-explanatory once I get into the context. But yeah, if you enjoy, leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on notifications so you can get notified whenever I post something on my YouTube. And like I said, if you watch the entire thing, I appreciate you, and you are the best. But anyways, let's get into it. I'm gonna give off the context right now. I completely forgot to say, so how this is gonna work, like I said, I'm gonna dissect it, and I'm going to basically play the song, and then show lyrics, and then cut to me explaining it or dissecting it. And yeah, now let's get to the context.
Sometimes I don't wanna think, that could be scary for me. Maybe I put it on me, only got myself to blame. When I scroll down the list and I only see my name written on every page.
Alright, starting off with the intro, that line was just like, pretty simple. Like sometimes I do not want to think at all, because that can be a nightmare for me sometimes, to where I'll start to think too much, just like overthinking, and I'll just think certain things, and like I don't want them to be there, and then I'm just trying to like fight that in a way, which isn't always a great idea, but you do it anyway. But yeah, that's just how it goes. And then me saying, maybe I put it on me, only got myself to blame. When I scroll down the list and I only see my name written on every page. That's just me saying, sometimes I feel like I put certain stuff on me that like weren't meant, or were not from people, but I did it to myself. And me saying, only got myself to blame when I scroll down the list and I only see my name written on every page. This is imagery, or this is me trying to put an imagery of when I wrote it, because when I write, I tend to have a lot of imagery, and it just feels good. It feels fun. And so what I mean by that, just try to picture of like, you see a long like scroll list, and you only see your name written on like every page, like as it continues to go down, like it's just constantly there, nobody else's but yours. Technically me, just because this is an event. And but yeah, that's just how I viewed it when I wrote that. And yeah, there you go.
They don't see what I face, but maybe I like it that way. Maybe I'm not used to it, or maybe I'm just afraid. I think I'm just afraid.
Alright, they don't see what I face, but maybe I like it that way. Maybe I'm not used to it, or maybe I'm just afraid. So basically, they don't see what I face is pretty much they don't see whatever I'm dealing with, and like, they don't see what I'm facing. But sometimes, like, maybe I like it that way. Maybe I don't want them to know, and like I don't really want to, you know, let them. I don't want to say help, but like I don't, like I said, I don't want them to know in a way. And um, me saying maybe I'm not used to it is like, maybe like I'm not used to having certain type of people try to understand what I'm facing, or just try to like, help me with it, even though there's certain people that do. So, huge shout out and respect and appreciation to them. And me saying, or maybe I'm just afraid. Um, that is, I just want to say that is how the song title came up. Just afraid, which I was debating on switching it just because I already have just one on there, and I didn't want to have two songs on the mixtape that started with just, because I don't know. Um, but yeah, and yeah, I think that's it. Yeah.
Overwhelmed, anxiety gets ahead. I can feel it with the OCD coming in with the stress. Stressing about the little things, I can feel it crashing in. Stop waving like we're cool, I don't think I can handle this.
Okay, with the first verse, it was very hard just trying to figure out what would be the first line, and I tried to put overthinking or something else besides overwhelmed, and they didn't really fit. But overwhelmed did fit, so I kept it. And then anxiety gets ahead. I could feel it with the OCD coming in with the stress. That's stressing about the little things. Um, I just pictured as like a what's it called? Like a bowl, or like the things that witches use when they try to like stir potions. That's like anxiety, OCD, and stress, just trying to mix it in plus other stuff. That's just how I viewed it. And I like they're just coming in, just trying to bang on the door and just trying to like get inside and ruin everything. And stressing about the little things is pretty much, that's self-explanatory. Worrying about the very tiniest of things and making it worse than what it originally is. And yeah, me saying I could feel it crashing in. Stop waving like we cool. I don't think I can handle this. That's just a little wordplay I did. I could feel it crashing in. Like I could just feel the anxiety, OCD, stress, all of it crashing in, and then stop waving like we cool. I don't know. I forgot how I made that line, but I think I just try to like picture somebody like waving at me, like we cool. But I don't quite remember how I got with that line. But yeah, there you go.
This damages I made, I keep forgetting this a marathon, not a sprint. I'm holding me down to the truth. I'm owning me now to the issue. I'm scrolling it down for the misuse. Is it something I can live?
All right. Damages are made. I keep forgetting this a marathon, not a sprint. That's literally just me saying that throughout during that time, even sometimes I still am. I forget that this is a marathon, not a sprint, and it's never about who's faster, who's slower, because somebody's journey will always be slower than you, and somebody's journey will always be faster than you. But all that matters is, like, if you can get there. Like, it ain't about how fast or slow you are. Every journey is different. And me saying I'm holding me down to the truth is basically me going back to that line, basically admitting that I forget that this is a marathon, not a sprint, because that was something hard to just write and say it out loud, because that is truthful. I forget. And I'm owning me now to the issue is I'm owning up to what I said, and I'm owning up to like mistakes, and all of the, like, literally back to that line. I'm owning me now to the issue that I'm facing. I'm owning me now to my own issues. And it's not really it's not a nobody else. It's like I'm gonna own my own, my own issues and stuff like that. And specifically, like I said, I believe it goes back to that last line. And I say I believe because I made these songs a while back, so I don't remember a lot, but I remember some of it. And I'm scrolling it down for the misuse is literally just me saying I'm scrolling like through Instagram for stuff that I don't need to watch or need to see and read. Like, I'm scrolling it down for misuse and not using it properly, and not using it in a way that'll help me like grow and keep me productive and give me tips and stuff like that. Like, that's what I mean. And is this something I can live through? That's just a question. Oh, sorry. 1 second. Okay. Anyways, that is, I'm just saying, like, that's just a question. Like, I don't know if I can live through this and just be able to push through, move on with it, but you got to. And it's the only thing we can do, really, just fight through and push through, and we'll make it. And, yeah, there you go.
I'm afraid and I'm scared if I'm being real with you. Fed up with these nightmares, but they never get a clue. One tiny thing it felt heavy, but I don't think they understand where I'm getting at. It might not make sense, but it's clear to me as I try to pick out the words I hear but don't see. When I bleed and try to do the best that I can and put it on the pad and say it out loud. When I'm alone, try to put it all out, but I'm scared still.
Alright, I'm afraid and I'm scared if I'm being real with you. Fed up with these nightmares, but they never get a clue. Yeah, that's just me being honest. I'm feeling afraid and scared if I'm being real with you. Like, that's just me being honest and real about it, and just expressing and saying what I'm feeling at that moment. Like, feeling afraid and scared, and fed up with these nightmares, but they never get a clue. Is basically me saying I have these, like, nightmares and, like, nightmarish thoughts that people never see, and me saying but they never get a clue is like, if it were to be like you were to express it to somebody and then they don't get a clue what you're going through, and you're trying to do your best to just try to make it a little obvious so that, like, they'll be like, okay, this person needs help, but they don't get a clue. You could take it as that. And to me, this is just me saying, like, they don't have a clue on what's going on with, like, what I'm these nightmarish thoughts and what I'm thinking and stuff like that. And yeah, and one tiny thing it felt heavy, but I don't think they understand where I'm getting at. It might not make sense, but it's clear to me. It's literally like, it's so like that. It's just, I don't know if you might understand, but it's just that feeling of like you hear what's going on in your head, but you can never put it into words, or you can't really put it into words. One thing can feel heavy, but I don't think they understand where I'm getting at. Is one tiny thing can feel heavy. One tiny thing, it can feel very, like, deadlifting, or not deadlifting, but like very heavy, um, on my shoulders at times, and just certain things that just I can't, like, they're just really strong and just very heavy to carry. And yeah, and it might not make sense, but it's clear to me. Like, what I'm saying, what I said with that line, it's like it might not make sense to you, but they're clear to me. And as I try to pick out the words I hear but don't see, one I bleed and try to do the best that I can to put it on the pad and say it out loud. As I try to pick out the words I hear but don't see, that's just me saying, as I said before, like, I hear you, like, sometimes, I don't know if you can relate to this, but sometimes we, or I at least, go, like, hear these words, and, like, I can hear them clearly, but I can never really put them into words, and try to put them in the words that they say in my head, or whenever I do, like, it's not as properly said as, like, it were in my head. And I hear but don't see when I bleed. Um, that's just me with that line I just explained, and try to do the best that I can to put it on the pad and say it out loud, which is me saying try to do the best to write it on the pad and not be afraid to write it or feel bad for it, and say it out loud just takes a lot of courage for me to even say it, because I'm like in that shell in that area, and it's very scary just to be able to say it out loud. And it can be very scary and afraid, but it takes a lot of courage for me to even just say, especially with this song, and just say certain songs and rap them out loud to the mic that I'm spitting at. And when I'm low, try to put it out loud, but I'm scared still, because me saying, when I'm low, like, it can be scary, and I try to encourage myself to just say it out loud when I'm low and I'm at that lowest point, because when I'm low, I don't really want to talk at all. Like, I just want to just stay silent. Like, I don't really want to speak, and that can be hard whenever I'm trying to write, because I have to be able to, like, say these words out loud to make sure that they fit on beat and that they are clear enough and to be able to just make it fit and have an idea what I'm gonna do when I get ready to record, and try to put it out loud. But I'm scared still, because that's just me saying, putting the songs out, especially with this song, and just putting out whatever I have that may sound really sad or whatever, and just trying to put my courage into these songs and just be able to put it all out for you guys to be able to hear it. And but I'm scared still because I think it was that fear of like I said, I don't remember a lot because I made these songs a while back, but I'm scared still because it's like I think when when I'm thinking about it now, I think that was me trying to be like, even if I put this out, I'm still gonna be scared or afraid in that way. I'm not gonna feel the same, and I'm not gonna feel any different, which is fine. But that's okay. But yeah, there you go with that first verse. I mean, yeah, the first verse.
Maybe I'm just afraid. Maybe I'm just afraid. Why am I like this way? Why am I? I think I'm just afraid. Maybe I'm just afraid. Maybe I'm just afraid. Why am I like this way? Why am I? I think I'm just afraid. I think I'm just afraid.
All right, not a lot to say about the chorus, but I'm just gonna say that that a little like ad-lib thing where I say maybe I, why am I think I'm. I don't even think that I was gonna purposely do that. Either I wrote it and I did that, or either I finished up the chorus recording, and then I heard like a cut of me saying maybe I'm, and then I did that, and then recorded the other stuff, and then or either I like that I don't know, or either it just came to me. I don't really remember. I'll be honest. And like I said, not a lot to say about the chorus, just because there's not a lot to say to be honest. But there is the chorus.
Always keep it low key. They think they know me, but they don't really know me.
All right. Always keep it low key. They think they know me, but they don't really know me. That's just me basically saying like I always say that a lot. I'm sorry, but I don't with always keep it low key. That's just me saying like I don't really say or tell people my problems and issues or what I'm facing, and just always keep it to myself. Um, which is never really a great thing to do, but sometimes it can be good just because there's not a lot of things you would want to tell people. But a lot of times I believe it's good and it's great that you should do that, especially to the people that you trust and the ones that will definitely help you. And yeah, and me saying they think they know me but they don't really know me, it's like people think they know who I am, like me, like they know this side of me, but they don't know this side of me, and they don't really know who I am when or who I am in general. Like like I said, they see the side of me, but don't see this side of me. Like they think they know me because of that, but they don't really know me because of that. And yeah, so there you go. I'm trying to decide if I want to keep it going or if I just want to make a cut or not, but I'm gonna make a cut instead. But there you go with the first line of the second verse.
They say you're not alone, but why does it feel like I'm the only one? This place can feel so lonely, but sometimes you gotta.
All right, they say you're not alone, but why does it feel like I'm the only one? This place can feel so lonely, but sometimes you gotta be. Um, that's just that feeling of like when people say you're not alone, but you still feel, you tend to feel like you are, and me saying, I feel like I'm the only one. Like I feel like I'm not with that type of or I don't want to say that, but like type or with that I want to say, yeah, I'll say group in a way of people knowing that they're not alone. And I don't want to put it in a group. I don't want to mean it in a bad way, but like there's these people that they know they're not alone, but then I'm over here like I feel alone in that way, and it's like where they can't really understand or comprehend, or they can't relate to me in a way. But I feel like that is false because you never really know what people may be dealing with that may be dealing with the same things as you, and it's true that you're never really alone. um and me saying this place can feel so lonely, but sometimes you gotta be. Yeah, sometimes you have to be alone to be able to just like get yourself back together, to take time for yourself. Sometimes being alone can be a good thing, but it can also be a bad thing at times. So it's always like it's that and that. So yeah, there's there's that couple lines in the second verse.
Some days I'm not okay, finding this better on my own, telling myself I can do it alone. This is a battle I fight, but feel like I can't escape. Back to write it off I go.
Some days I'm not okay, fighting this battle on my own, telling myself I can do it alone. This is a battle I fight, but feel like I can't escape. Back to write it off I go. Some days I'm not okay, that's self-explanatory. Some days I don't feel great, I don't feel okay, I don't feel like I'm me, I don't feel fine. Fighting this battle on my own, telling myself I can do it alone. I think that's just a lot of like sense of like little pride in there. Not little, but like some pride in there, and just fighting my battles on my own, thinking I can do it alone. Like I don't really need anybody to do it for me or with me. Like I can do it on my own, which sometimes I can, sometimes I can't, which is that's just how it goes. And this is a battle I fight, but feel like I can't escape. Like it's just you feel like you're trapped in that area and you can't really leave that area you're in, basically. And like you just feel like you can't ever escape, like you're stuck in there forever. And me saying back to write it off I go is me trying to say, because as I said earlier, I believe I did. Yeah, I believe I did. As I said earlier, where I say like I wrote, it was very hard to write that first line in the first verse because there's so many things I wanted to say, but I couldn't fit it all in this song because I have somewhat of a limited space. But then like the beat in itself, which I can always make another song and stuff like that. But me saying back to write it off I go is me rewriting, and if I were to write what I was feeling before, and then I'll write it again this time, and then same goes next time. Sometimes I'll do that, and usually it's like 2, 3, even more times sometimes. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
If I told you I was oppressed, would you think of me?
This is like, it's that sense of little like fear in a way. If I say, if I told you I was oppressed, would you think of me different? That is just like, if I were to tell you if I was feeling this way, or to be exact, if I were to feel depressed, would you think of me any different? Would you think of me like any less, or like just think of me in general? Like, I'm not thinking of me in general, but like think of me different in general is what I meant to say. Sorry. But yeah, that's just that pretty simple. And yeah, it's just that little fear of what people think of me different if I told them I was feeling this way, if I was oppressed, or if they heard this song. I mean, they heard my past songs, they didn't hear this song for the first time. I heard this song for the first time and heard that I was depressed in this song. Would they think of me different in a way? But it's not always about what people think in a way that would knock you off guard in a way. I say that in a lot, I'm so sorry. But yeah, it's like I said, it's just that fear of like, would you think of me different if I told you that I was feeling less than what I am, or if I was feeling depressed specifically. So there you go.
For sometimes it feels like I've said too much to where I can't be forgiven. Scared to ask for it, cause I'm scared of my fake penance will surface with the demons creeping in, knowing I won't feel okay again. As I watch my energy diminish, am I wrong for grasping these feelings?
Sometimes it feels like I've sinned too much to where I can't be forgiven. Scared to ask for it because I'm scared of my fake repentance will surface with the demons creeping in, knowing I won't feel okay again. As I watch my energy diminish, am I wrong for grasping these feelings? That is literally me saying, like, we're all sinners. We're not perfect. We're gonna make mistakes. We're gonna make decisions that we think are very tough and very, not like us sometimes, and so we're gonna sin. Because like I said, we're not perfect, sorry if I do this a lot, I might, that, but, if sometimes it feels like I've sinned too much to where I can be forgiven, it doesn't feel like I'm able to be forgiven anymore, to where, like, I just can't, it's hard to come to that realization that, it's okay, your sins are forgiven, and sometimes it can be difficult to just understand that, I mean, it can be difficult to just stay in the area thinking that I can't be forgiven and that my sins are, like, there's just too much that can't be forgiven, and scared to ask for it because I'm scared of my fake repentance is pretty much me saying, like, and me asking for forgiveness, and then uh, saying I repent, but then I never do. And, I'm working on it. I feel like I'm better than who I was before, which is definitely a great thing to know for me and understand. And, that line goes as it goes. Just scared to ask for forgiveness again because I'm scared of, me not repenting and, uh, you know, not really meaning what I say, and whenever I ask for forgiveness and saying that I'll repent, and you know and me with the next line will surface with the demons creeping in, knowing I won't feel okay again. That's basically me saying sinning, and demons literally coming in, when they were not as heavy as they were when I didn't sin. And that's just me saying, like, even if I sin sometimes I would just do it again, knowing the demons will come in. And it's just, I don't know, of like, just doing it again, which to me doesn't quite make sense, because it's like, if you want to stop doing something, you got to stop doing it to make that change. And yeah, me knowing that they'll come in, knowing I won't feel okay again, which is, uh isn't something that's great, because you shouldn't really do things that make you, or that will not make you okay again, or feel okay again, or feel great again. And like I said, they're completely on me. And as I watch my energy diminish, am I wrong for grasping these feelings? As I watch my energy diminish, that's me saying, another, going back to the sinning lines. Sinning part is like, after I sin, like watching my energy diminish, like I could just see it, I could just feel it, I just know that my energy is diminishing after I do that. And am I wrong for grasping these feelings? That's just a sense of like, do I feel bad, or do I, like, literally, do I feel, am I wrong for grasping these feelings? Like, like like like, why does it feel weird to grasp these feelings, and am I wrong for it? That's just, that's something, that's just a question that's like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not, like, sometimes I don't even know. But yeah, not a lot to go into those lines. Sorry if I repeated a lot, but I'm trying to work on it. I'm sorry. But yeah, there you go. Also, that's just me saying, like, a sense of feeling bad. I'm pretty sure I already said it, but I want to say it in a way that's longer than what I said. So yeah, that's, like I said, that's just in a way of me feeling bad, and like questioning if I'm wrong for grasping these type of feelings that I'm feeling. Like, am I wrong for grasping these feelings of being sad, of depressed, and stuff like that? Am I wrong for it? Should, I don't know. Um, yeah, I wanted to add that. I'm sorry if I repeated it again, but yeah, I just wanted to add that little bit because I just felt like doing it, and something was telling me to just say it and add on to it. So there you go again.
I know I need help, but you can't help me. I'll be fine, I say, or maybe I'm just afraid.
All right, with the last line of the second verse, I know I need help, but you can't help me. I'll be fine, I say, or maybe I'm just afraid. Me knowing that I need help, but I can't admit to it, such as, therapy would, like an actual therapy session, not like an actual therapist, and not just music in general, even though music can be a very good form of therapy, or whatever we do as a passion can be a very good form of therapy. But yeah, like I said, me knowing I need help, but me not admitting it, like, and also me knowing that I need help, but sometimes it feels like people can't, like, you can't help me, like, you can't, like, I can't be out of this area, which is a mindset we can't really give into, and just, we gotta understand and just say to ourselves, we can fight it, we can get through it, because I know we can. We just gotta take those first steps and believe into it, because you're believing in you can't do it, and then it leads you into not being able to do it. But if you believe into thinking that you can do it, you're gonna do it. And so yeah, I went on a tangent on that one. Excuse me for that. But that's just how it is. And like I said, sometimes it feels like you can't help me, to where like you can't really understand what I'm feeling, but you might. And yeah, that's just how it goes. And it's just that feeling of feeling stuck, to where you can't really get out sometimes. And me saying I'll be fine, I say, or maybe I'm just afraid. That's just trying to end off something and just, I mean, not something, but like if people were to ask you like, or ask, just ask in general, like if how you feeling, some of us would just say that would be fine, just so that they wouldn't really try to worry as much in a way, or we don't want them to know what we're really feeling because we don't feel comfortable saying it, or either like we just want to lie in a way and just don't want to admit and say what we're really feeling, and say the opposite, and say, well, like we're fine, like I'm fine, I'm okay, I'm great, I'm good, when really I'm not fine, or I'm great, or I'm good, like. And me saying, or maybe I'm just afraid, is literally just me saying, like, maybe I'm just afraid to admit and say what I'm really feeling, instead of saying I'm fine, or I'm okay, or I'm great. And um you know and also going back to I'll be fine, I say, is like saying that if I were to get help, and me saying, I'll be fine, I'll be okay, sometimes knowing that I won't be, and knowing I'm not. And um just like I said, just knowing that I might not be, even though I say I'll be fine after whatever, conversation I may have with venting to a friend and stuff like that. And yeah, I believe that is it for the second verse. And yeah, there you go.
Yeah, maybe I'm just afraid. I don't like being this way.
All right, nothing really much to say here, just because it's just the way I wanted to end it. And honestly, just if I want to say context, honestly, I heard the end of the beat, and I don't think I wanted to just let it play out. I just wanted to add a little bit because I just felt like it. I wanted to, and that's how I came up with the, outro. With, yeah, maybe I'm just afraid. I don't like being this way, and I didn't think I wanted to add a chorus, and I just wanted to add those last couple words into the outro, just because I didn't want the beat to just play out, even though it did. But I just wanted to add, a little extra, instead of what I typically used to do, was just put a verse and chorus, and let the beat play out. And I didn't really want to do it. With this one, I just put a little something different, and a little something new to me, at least. And there is, that outro that came to mind. So there you go. All right. And if you don't know, by the way, I forgot to add this. If you don't know, those are snippets, not snippets, but like those are certain pieces from the chorus that I added, that I wanted to add into the outro, just because why not? And I felt like I just straight up took them and just put them in the outro and just did it. So now there you go. I'm sorry. All right, that's the end of the lyrics dissected for Just Afraid, produced by H3 Music. If you enjoyed, leave a like, comment, because they help out with the YouTube algorithm, and they just help out in general. And remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell if you don't know what that is. It's basically after you subscribe, which is in the red box with subscribe in white in it, and it's like in the bottom of the video. After you click that, you click the bell that right next to it that's on the right, and it's going to show 3 options that say, I don't know what to say. I don't know what they say. All I know is that the top one says all. So you click all, and all is in white, and then there's there's a white bell that has a little like asterisk thing to show that's like ringing. You click that so you can get notifications whenever I post on my YouTube. With stuff like videos or streams I might do in the future. I don't know. But yeah, if you enjoyed and watch through the entire thing, because I don't know if this video will be long like some of my other ones, but if you watch through the entire thing, I appreciate you. You are a beast, you are amazing, and you're awesome. So I appreciate you for that, and thank you. And yeah, and also just a reminder, I believe I said that in the intro as well. I also made a playlist for all of the songs I've dissected so far, and I'll put that in the description as well. And definitely check out my Deeper Than Rap mixtape if you haven't yet. I'll put that in the description as well. And I'll put the link to my recent video that I dissected in the description as well. So there's gonna be a few links in the description. So definitely check that out. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later.
The words I hear but don't see. When I bleed and try to do the best that I can and put it on the pen and say it out loud. When I'm alone, try to put it all out, but I'm scared still, cause maybe I'm just afraid. Maybe I'm just afraid. Why am I like this way? Why am I? I think I'm just afraid.